Hello there and welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron and this is the Genesis Models show, July 2014. Now in this show we're going to be having a look at the new car range that I've got in nice Russian paint sets. We're going to be also looking at what video builds are coming up this month with the Zero, the BF109. We're going to be having some inbox reviews, June competition winner, we've got July competition announcements as well, plus the usual news and more. But let's get started with the show and let's have a look at this nice a car range that I've got in. Nice Russian paints for your nice Russian models, i.e. jets and armoured vehicles, you name it. You know, when it comes to Russian, this is the paints that you want to get, so let's have a look. Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron and in this video we're going to have a nice product review of Aka's paint range. Now Aka is a company based in Russia, and this company has made their own set of paints in Russia. So what we've got here is a Russian company doing Russian colours, and what makes this kind of paint range nice and unique is that they have these access to these archives of all the different kind of Russian colours, and they really match them up and make them quite accurate colours to match up with all your Russian modern jets, World War II, armoured vehicles, all those kind of things. But in saying that, they're not just accurately coloured Russian colours, but they also do Ukraine, USA, UK, you know, a load of other different colours, and they sound like them trying to match up all the colours. The paint range is about 382 paints altogether, so you know, a lot of paints going on here. Now, how much do they cost? Well, it kind of depends upon where you are in the world, because it's all down to availability. I mean, they cost from where is it? I'm looking at hobbycolours.com right now, and they cost about £1.84. So actually not a bad price. The problem is Hobby Colours is in Greece. And I think there's another place in the US that does them. Obviously Russia does them, but it does seem like they're not readily available really in the UK and in a few other places as well. So, you know, £1.84 plus whatever postage and packaging you're going to be paying, which will probably be quite a bit. I think I ended up paying like about £10 postage and packaging altogether for these, so it does bump the price up a bit. But as I say, you know, to have these accurately coloured Russian colours really is a nice bonus if you're doing anything Russian. So, I mean, let's have a look and let's see how the paints actually get on. And one colour I really want to sort of bring your attention to is our emerald green. Now emerald green is a nice cockpit interior colour for those modern Russian jets. Now it's really hard to, you know, match this colour up, but this one here by Aka has really got it spot on basically if you want to do that interior green. So there's a new car range that we're using now here at Genesis Models, and to be totally honest with you, I mean, I've been spraying them for a bit now on a build I've been doing, and you know, they really do feel like one of the best paints I've sprayed, you know, out of all these. You know, it really is nice paints to spray, nice finish, you know, doesn't scratch so easy, and I just love the way they match those colours up so nicely. It's just a shame how they're hard to get hold of, but you know, you'll be seeing a lot more of the car range in the future here at Genesis Models, so hopefully you'll have a look at them. Other thing is as well, the Phantom group build, you know, that is nicely kick-started. Loads of you put in loads of builds up. Some of you are really kind of going through your builds really well. We've seen lots of resin, scratch building, photo etch, you know, you name it. You guys are really, you know, going to town with all sorts of different things, and you know, because it's a Phantom, we've got Israeli ones going on there and all sorts of Phantoms. So you know, it's quite a nice group build going on at the moment. But remember, you've still got months and months and months to, you know, get started. You know, you can get in on this group build. You know, there's nice prizes in there, trophies and all that kind of stuff. So I hope to see more of you guys, you know, getting on this group build. But what we're going to do now, we're going to have our announcement for our June competition winner for 2014. Now remember, the competition was for the brand new tooling of Revell's Tornado IDS 148 scale. Looks like a really nice kit, and the winner of this was Warped One. So congratulations to you, Warped One. You are the winner of our Tornado IDS here, and our competition for June 2014. I'll give you an email, get your mailing address and ship it out to you free of charge. So congratulations, Warped One. For those of you who didn't win, well, you're going to have another chance of winning, because we're going to be announcing July's competition later on in the show. But what we're going to do now, we're going to have a good look at you know, what's coming up with the Zero and the BF109 for July, which actually I hope you watched last month's episodes, because I really did enjoy. I do believe it was, I think it was maybe episode between I think it was episode 10, 11 or 12. There was a nice bit of spraying in there with the Zero, so I hope you watched that, because I quite like those episodes. So you know, check them out. But let's have a look, you know, what's coming up in July. So as you can see, we're all nicely sprayed up in rapid video style fashion. Colours we use now, I know you like to know what kind of colours are used. The problem colour I found is our RLM 65, which is our underneath and our side colour here. You've got quite a few different colours to choose from, and the annoying thing is they're all just different, right? I've got 3 manufacturers here. We've got Extra Acrylics, Mr. Hobby, Aquarius Colour and Valesia, right? And they're all virtually completely different colours, although they all say it's RLM 65, which is what we need to do the underside with. So what I've basically done, you know, is you can go off and you can kind of just test and have a look, paint on any kind of surface, scrap bit of surface. What I found was our 008 RLM 65 by Vallejo is this kind of colour here, and it's kind of a bit more greeny, shall we say, than it needs to be. Our H67 by Mr. Hobby Aquarius Colour is this top one here, which is looking kind of a bit too grey maybe, but our Extra Acrylics, which is XA1202, is this kind of nice sort of blue here, which is basically what we're after. However, it does seem to be a bit too kind of dark, shall we say. I mean, we've got this nice printout here from ooh, forgot who they're called now, Edard, sorry. And what we've got is, as you can see, that blue is more sort of like the blue we want, but it's a bit on the dark side. I didn't really show it on camera because it was a simple task. There was no need to go up and sort of take our Extra Acrylics XA1202 and add white to it and make up a different colour. All I simply did was I sprayed it as we've done before in the past. We've pre-shaded it, we put the main colour on, we've bleached it, we've post-shaded it. All I did in the bleaching stage was just bleached it a bit more, right? So when you kind of add that little bit of white to our colour and do that nice bit of bleaching where you kind of fade the paintwork a bit, all I did was I went a bit further than normal and it's lightened it up quite nice. It's probably still looking a bit darker than say what's with our instructions here, but I have also glossed this over, and when you gloss something it always darkens up a bit. When you put the matte coat on at the end it will lighten down, so hopefully that's going to turn out just right. I've got underneath here, we do need to spray our wheel wells. Which one is it? It's RLM02, and for this I'm going to be using XA1201. Now this colour as well is also the same colour as our top splinter camo pattern here as well. And for our, just double check, it is 60, yeah, it's RLM 71 for our green, and that is XA1205, and I think those two colours are pretty nicely spot on. And if you want to know the nose, the propeller, that is supposed to be RLM 70, which I've used XA1204. So coming back to the wheel wells now. It depends how you like to do it, but I just want to show you a different way of doing it, because before, in other step-by-step video builds and rapid video builds, I've kind of sprayed RLM02 in there, or whatever colour it's going to be, and then I come along with, say, some blue tack or foam, fill it in, mask it up, and then I'll spray. Whereas this time, I've already sprayed it, but I'm going to go for the approach of masking up like this, and then spraying it that way. Now, how we do this, as you can see there, is what we simply do: get some nice 16mm Tamiya tape, right? We only need one length of it, and we mask up our area just there. Then what we want to do is we want to kind of sort of rub it a bit with a bit of pressure, not so much pressure that we're gonna kind of puncture it or damage it or anything, just so, as you can see, we're starting to get a bit of an outline, okay? So we can actually see where it is we need to cut. It is advisable you get a nice new number 11 blade or something like that, because we want our blade to be nice and sharp. And what we do is, where we see our outline, we make a start and we just nicely cut into it. And we just carefully follow the outline, but not just following the outline, but actually feeling the sides of our wheel well here, right? And we don't want to apply too much pressure, because we don't want to be cutting up the sides of our wheel wells, right? We just should only need to apply a little bit of pressure, and because we've got a nice clean new blade, we should be able to cut right in to our Tamiya masking tape rather easily. But we want to kind of bring it as close to the wall as we can. We want to feel for it. So one last cut around here should do it. Now this isn't going to be completely utterly 100% perfect, but you can cut that out rather nice, rather nicely masked up, as you can see, and it's not too hard. But if you do if it's a little bit rough around the edges when we unmask, it's no big deal, because we can simply get out a paintbrush and we do a little bit of touching up, like you would do anyway if we was using blue tack or foam. You know, there's potentially slightly a bits of areas that need a bit of a paint touch up, but I mean, this is going to get it, you know, half decent. Then what we want to do is we get ourselves a kitchen paper towel, right, and what we want to do, we want to get some scissors, and I'm just going to guesstimate here. I'm just going to fold this kitchen paper towel in half, and I'm not really doing any measurements. I am just roughly kind of guessing that the size of oh sorry, that was close. I'm just guessing where our masking tape is, and I want to cut out that kind of shape-ish and a little bit more as a nice bit of a guesstimation. Right, and then what we do, we open it up and we're almost there, right? Just like that. Then we can get some of our masking tape, Tamiya masking tape, right, and we can sort of basically very quickly, as quick as you can, let's not mess around too much, right, because we want to do this nice, quick and easy, and just make sure we've got this all nicely masked up. Probably need one more length just to finish that off. Ooh, gone a bit too far there. What am I thinking? And there we go, that should be all good. So as you can see there, we're now all good, all masked up. We've got the entire model covered as well, and we can now spray that nice and easily and get that done. As I say, it's another way of doing it, so it's just one of these things. I'd just like to show you as many different ways of doing other things in different video builds, so I'm not just kind of going, this is the way I do it, I always do it like this, I don't do anything else, and just teach that. You know, it's good to kind of teach you different ways of doing, even if, to be honest with you, it probably is easier to just spray first, blue tack in there, and then spray the model. But I mean, you know, that's not too bad actually. Got a little bit of a problem here now. What's basically happened is, I mean, it's basically my mistake, is our canopy here has nicely sat in place and has basically masked up a bit of the fuselage and left it our interior green, and we don't want that. Now we need to be able to spray this, but we really want to get in tight. We don't want to be doing well, you've got all this cockpit detail basically, and all this internal canopy, which is all supposed to be see-through and everything, so we've got to be careful. So what we're going to do here, we're going to use a nice easy sort of technique. So I need to kind of work on this with keeping you still on camera. And basically what we want to do is we want to get a nice piece of paper here. I don't really want to come in with masking tape at this stage with matte coats on, decals on. Coming in with masking tape really is something you want to try and avoid. So what I'm going to do is nicely get some paper, right, and I'm just going to line it up as best as I can to make a nice straight line. Hopefully, as you just see here. And then what I've got in here, I've got a sort of a nice thin down mixture of our XF76. It's probably like 80% thinners to paint. We want to keep it nice and light. Remember, we want to get in close, we want to get that biting point where it's just coming out, and just sort of let it build up in layers, just like this. Now I'm going to have to concentrate this, so forgive me if I don't talk much, but nicely getting the biting point, holding the paper as steady as we can. And hopefully, there we go. Just like that, we've nicely sprayed that in with a pretty nice straight line, if you ask me. Not bad for not masking. We've also got, it also kind of covered up our canopy. Hope you enjoyed those little clips there of what's going to be coming up for July with our 0 and BF109 video builds. Now just remember, every Friday we have a Friday news update, and that is where you're going to see whatever videos or whatever's going on being released there on a Friday, and that is in the news section on the Genessis-Models website. So now we come to the part of the show where we're going to be announcing the July competition. Now for July, the competition is going to be for a 1 in 48 scale Airfix AH7 Lynx, and this is the helicopter support box, which has, okay, it has a few little paints and stuff in there, but you know, you get the infantry in 1/48 scale as well. I'm also going to be throwing in for this competition, I'm going to be throwing in a load of photo etch as well. We have seat belts, we have interior, we have exterior photo etch going on there to go in there to really jazz that up, as well as some resin 148 Lynx crew as well to really kind of wet your lips for this competition, as well as the new deluxe Genessis-Models t-shirt as well. So to be in it to win it, you know, go onto the forum, and in the July competition 2014 thread, just make a post in there, something like count me in or something to that effect, and and you're entered in. It's free of charge to enter, and next month in the August show I will announce who is going to be the winner of all these competition prizes. So what we're going to do now in the shows, we're just going to have a nice little look at one of our members. What was it? It was a BTR 70, one in 35th scale, and he's done a nice final reveal video for you guys to look at. So let's have a look at this absolute cracking final reveal video. Absolute cracking final reveal video there of that absolutely amazing BTR 70. I mean, the weathering on that is absolute top class. You know, I couldn't do it better myself, to be honest with you. It is so damn good. You know, so congratulations to you there, Reflect. And if any of you guys want to share videos like that, you know, give me a bell and I'll throw it into the show as well. So, you know, sadly we come to the end of the show. Last bit of news really, a couple of inbox reviews are going to be going out there as well for July. You know, so let's show off some more pictures of what people have been doing on the forum and everything here at Genesis Models. So until next time, my name's Bobby Waldron, this is the Genesis Models show, and I hope you've enjoyed.